Good afternoon, this is Mark at the Wicked Edge Expert Corner Group, and we are talking about whetstones. We were talking about lapping film, lapping the stones, consumable stones, and now we're going to talk about whetstones or water stones. And I don't know that there's actually a distinction. They're a ceramic type of stone that absorbs water, maybe gets a little softer when it's wet, and the abrasives sometimes release in a muddy slurry or in other types of stones. The abrasive simply works like a diamond stone with less of a muddy slurry. But all of these whetstones and water stones are consumable. That means that they get used over time and they wear or dish and they have to be flattened and lapped. And we discussed lapping in great detail earlier. I want to talk about now the Shapton whetstones. My first introduction to Shapton whetstones was the Kuramako Pro Stones. This is a set of the Shapton Pro Stones that are mounted on the 1x6 plates. They had been in the past available on Wicked Edge paddles from Genda Industries, and I have had and have used a couple of those sets of the Kuramako Pro Shapton stones, and I sold them off because they were desired and I had the 1x6, so there was no reason to duplicate the same stone on two different form factors. So we have the Shapton Pro stone, and then the next stone that I came into contact with was called the Shapton glass stone. And I don't know where they got that name, the Shapton glass stone, because originally these stones were just a whetstone like any of a solid whetstone. And then the Shapton glass stones, they made them thicker because they were cracking. And then the thick ones lent themselves to cutting this way, so they became popular to take the Shapton glass stones and cut them and mount them on Wicked Edge style paddles. And they were available, I think, at a 220, a 320, a 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5, 6, I think 7, 8, 10, 16, and 30,000. The whole gamut, anything you wanted. And we were cutting them. And I had a set. Here's the 16,000, 30,000. The rest of my set is over there. And they work great, the Shapton glass stones. But they needed a special lapping plate. The Shapton glass lapping plate that has diamonds embedded in it. And the diamonds abraded this consumable matrix of ceramics to expose fresh abrasives. So these stones I've had for many, many years, and there's more than probably 2/3 of the life left in them. So we have the Shapton glass stones. Now, because they broke, Shapton quit making just the stones, I'm looking for it, and they only laminated them now to tempered glass, so that that laminate was solid and wouldn't break. And that's where the Shapton glass may have come from. They get called Shapton glass diamond stones. The plate says diamond glass lapping plate. I don't know if the tempered glass, the diamond plate, whatever, but the Shapton stones, the original white Shapton stones, they got called Shapton glass diamond stones. I don't know if that's from me, from other people, but that's just what we called them. Shapton glass diamond stones, even though there was no glass. Later the glass came, and now they have full-size stones. The HR stone is a laminate on glass, and then there's even full-size Shapton stones laminated on glass. Once they laminated them, we couldn't cut them anymore to mount them for wicked edge or 1x6 plated mediums like these other Shaptons. We couldn't cut them anymore. Forward a few years, they reintroduced the Shapton glass stone called Shapton Rockstar. And they learned how to take that original, highly desirable, very well enjoyed Shapton glass stones, and now they figured out how to put a resin in there that they weren't so brittle. Now they reintroduced them again, calling them Shapton's Rockstar without the glass laminate. Those people who have used them, who have compared them as myself, I can't tell any difference. Maybe the substrate is a little harder. I don't know. These still, the rock stars, are lapped with the Shapton glass 7 lapping plate or the Shapton glass lapping plate, the large one. I think there's even an HR size lapping plate that's in between. But these are full-size rock star stones, like the water stone I had earlier. They are full-size Shapton glass stones now that don't have the glass laminate, and they call them rock star, and now we're able to take them and cut them again. Now, because of the expense of the whole stone, when you cut it, you have to economize your cut, and you pick and you choose how thick and how wide based on how many pieces you can cut out of that big one. These stones that Tom Blodgett made for me, commissioned, I paid him to cut them and make this set for me. We went with a very large stone because anything that we cut off of here was going to be waste anyway. So you may as well waste it in the whole stone and make a 1x6 stone that'll last you a lifetime. So that's the Shapton Rockstar stones, and these are 320 to 3,000 in this box, and I have a second box that goes up, I think, to 16,000 grit. And this is a Gritomatic box that I did have to modify because these stones are so tall in order that they would fit into the box. So this is a Gritomatic box for Shapton Rockstar. I have the Shapton Kuramako Pro. Also, these are available from Gritomatic, and I think, I can't think of the other company. Hapstone. They may be available from Gritomatic and Hapstone, and I think they have the Rockstar also, but they cut theirs thinner. So there is Shapton Rockstar, Shapton Kuramako Pro.